A Black mother confronts a school teacher for calling or comparing her child to a roach. We have the footage and it is disturbing. Here it is.
The second concern was after school when she was going to cheerleading practice, it was a bug or something on the wall, and she yelled out, "It's a roach on the wall," and you turn around and said, "It's your cousin, you will be okay." That was the second concern. The third concern, which is really my main other beside the roach thing, is when y'all was in the cafeteria, you walked past her, you bumped into her, and she turned around and said, "Excuse me." Then she realized that she didn't bump you, you bumped her. So she said, "No, excuse you," and then you said, "No, you excuse with your fake Uggs on." So I'm just, it got me mad because, for one, the roach thing that's like comparing her to a monkey. That's racist. That's just like if somebody was to call you out your name other than your name, that's out of line. And then she's a child, and you bumping her and talking about her shoes and all of that, that's a no-no for me.
I have more video. Now, you're going to hear the response and how the person responding basically made themselves a victim while acknowledging fault for what they did. Here it is.
The biggest thing in my mind is the coverage thing. I want to apologize because I had no idea that that was what that was. We're very sarcastic, just in general, that group, and we joke back and forth and we play with each other and kind of banter. And I want to assure both of you that and Tremaya, I would never knowingly say something racist, much less to a child. I feel like that invalidates the core beliefs of a teacher. Mm-hmm. Like, why would I be in a school with other people's children to say something to them and put them down? Mm-hmm. So I apologize.
Okay.
That really did hurt my heart when I heard that, because that is not what I'm here to do.
Okay.
And if you were to ask any of my other children, we know that we set a classroom community of love and acceptance. So that was not my intention. And I'm sorry I'm getting emotional.
You're fine.
That just really tore me up a little bit. As far as the bumping into her, I didn't think anything of it. I'm sorry that offended you. But I didn't know there was a problem.
Ma'am, shut the hell up. You had the audacity to start crying, saying how much this just hurts your heart. How do you think that child felt? There were multiple instances, according to the mother, because the child finally talked to an adult about what happened. Now, it's really interesting because in the longer version of this, the teacher initially says, I don't remember that. And then she says, I had no idea that's what that was. Meaning she did not know that comparing a child to a roach was a racial dynamic. So wait a minute, I thought you said you had no memory of this happening. And then she says, but if it did, I am sorry if it happened, okay? Keep in mind, this mother, what poise, okay? Big ups to you, Mama Bear, standing up for your child and doing it with such courage, as well as dignity. I would not have been so dignified. We do not have more information. We cannot positively identify who the teacher is, the school, etc. We are asking if anybody has positive identification. We would like to know before we proceed with directing who is at fault. All right, Ben, thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, there is one thing that teacher said that I think is really the correct thing, right? Which was, she asked, why am I in a school? Why am I in a school with other people's children? That is a good question. I don't know. We should figure that out, because like, seriously, what do you mean you don't know that's racist? What year is it? Like, excuse me, you don't know? Are you a grown adult human being that's like been living in the world? Like, did you just like crawl out of under a rock yesterday and think that like, oh, comparing a black student to a roach, that couldn't possibly have any racial dynamic whatsoever? Shut up. Right,
yeah, exactly.
Like literally, it's just like an embarrassing cop out. And then she literally said, "I'm sorry that you were offended." Like, come on, I'm sorry that you were offended, and then you have the audacity to like cry. It's just pathetic. Like, it's just honestly pathetic. Like, Because, but like, and this is like, I just want to tie this into another thing though, because right now you have conservatives that are freaking out across the country because they are teachers in schools that are just respecting their child, like their students' pronouns, right? Where if there's a trans student, the teacher's like, oh, you're trans, okay, so this is your name, these are your pronouns. And they're like going like apoplectic over the idea of like, oh my God, how dare teachers be respectful to students? But like, do you think conservatives care about this, about a teacher being racist? No, they love this, right? And I think this teacher loves this too, right? She cries, she walks away, and she feels like she gets away with it. That's my take, right? Because unless there's real evidence to prove otherwise, that she's like genuinely gonna change her behavior, because she's talking about, oh, we have this like attitude with the students and we go back and forth. That's not a professional relationship to have with children that you are teaching, right? They are not your peers, they're your students.
And the other dynamic, she said the girl had fake Uggs. Wait a minute, so now it's okay to insult children as teachers and administrators? Okay, all right, we will bring you updates as that story develops and we get more facts in.